morning, friends. Today, in our IG class, Instagram and Facebook classes, we are having the topic liabilities and their classifications. So it is an accounting class, class number 18. Class number 18, topic accounting and subtopic liabilities and its classification. Liabilities and their classifications. Now, what liabilities? I have in last occasions I have told you the meaning of liability. Liability, the term I used, is a claim for service. Claim for service. As unlike asset is right to service. Okay, wherefrom you expect some service, that is your asset, and those who can claim for services, they are your liability. The term liability may be defined in this way, in these lines. Liability is a present obligation. It is a present obligation. Obligation means, I know the term very well. Obligation is something which we have to meet. Expressed in terms of money, which arises from transactions or the other events that have already occurred or that have already been taken place. Just think it. You consider the example. I have purchased goods of rupees 15,000 from Mr. X and paid rupees 20,000 in cash, and the balance amount is on credit. So what is the journal entry? I have purchased goods in cash, purchase account debit, say 20,000 to cash 20,000. Okay. There is no question of liabilities today because I have purchased goods and I have made outright payment. But the amount, the purchase has been effected, but I have not paid the amount. And in that case, the journal entry is purchase account debit to say Mr. X or Mr. X. Now Mr. X is our creditor, and this amount we have to pay the amount anytime as per contract as and when demanded. Now this X is my liability. Mr. X is my liability because I have to pay that amount. The transaction or other events that have already been taken place. Transaction have already been taken place. We got it. Okay, and now I have to pay that. So it is a liability today of the event of an event that occurred days back. So that is liability. So liability is a present obligation. It is an obligation of today. It is my responsibility to pay the amount. It is my responsibility to pay the amount for the events or event that have already been taken place. Purchase goods long time back, or few days back, or few months back, not paid duly. Right now it is being, we have to pay the amount. That's my liability. Okay? And it involves an enterprise in a probable future transfer of cash, goods, or services. Okay, it has been cleared over here. Purchase of today will have to be paid off in the days coming. Okay, so it's a future obligation. Thus, three things. Liability is an obligation to pay. It is an obligation to pay. That means what I have already told you repeatedly. It is a claim by some other. It is a claim by some other to get the service from me. For what purpose? Because I have effected the transaction, but I have not paid for the transaction. Okay, so it's a future obligation, or it's a present obligation for the future task, or the future obligation for any present transaction. Clear? Now, liability, classification of the liability. While I was considering the journal entries, Debiting and crediting, I told you all assets are debit, all liabilities are credit, all expenses are debit, all incomes are credit, all purchases or debtors debit, creditors credit. So this is the more or less the basic conception about the rules of debiting and crediting. So asset is shown in the right hand side of our balance sheet, and liability is the left hand side. Okay, it is liability, it is an asset, it is on balance sheet, or it is better to be termed as statement of affairs. I have told you that balance sheet has got some meaning and it may be defined in some different way. But I would like to make this term, use this term, statement of affairs. What is the objective of our accounting process? The basic function of basic objective of accounting is to prepare the account. Which account? The final account. Final account of what? Final account is the account that gives us the final results of the transaction taking place during a particular period. Correct? So now this final account has got two parts in case of trading concern, trading account and profit and loss account. And in case of non-trading concern, I will take this particular account. It is income and expenditure account. Clear? Now, each and every enterprise, each and every economic unit prepare another statement. So one is statement of profit, which is known as profit and loss account, or income and expenditure, as the case may be, and another statement, and that is known as statement of affairs. Statement of affairs are those. The statement of affairs is that contains the relationship, my relationship, that is the relationship of the economic unit, be it college, school, any business houses or any other, in the outside world. Okay? That relation may be positive, what I have told you, wherefrom I have the right to get something, and the relationship may be that, where others have the right to claim something from me. And what is being claimed, that is my liability, and the right which I do enjoy on others, that is my asset. So that is what everywhere, as we may follow the double entry system, every positive relation must have equal amount of negative relation. Positive relation asset, negative relation liability. That is why I have said this. I have shown that assets and liability must be equated. Okay. What are the different types of assets? I have already told you. Assets are tangible asset, intangible asset, fixed assets, current assets, contingent asset. So 56 assets. These have already been spelled out. Now today I am taking up the liabilities. Liability, a business house or any economic unit starting the organization, but who is the owner of the organization? So that thing I told you, Mr. Akash and Mrs. Akash. Mr. Akash is the person whom I can see, okay, and Mrs. Akash is the person whom I cannot see, but it exists. This organization exists. This person exists in the eyes of law. This person exists in the records. Okay, that is why in case of company, we say company is an association of person. Okay, association of person exists. It is treated as a person existing in the eyes of the law, and that is why that is there. The company is known as juristic personality. Juristic personality. A company has a personality in the eye of law, and it is known as juristic person. Juristic legal. Okay. But right now it is a long issue. I would like not to enter into that. Just I am telling you today, just to make you understand the basics of liability. Mr. Akash has invested rupees 50,000. Say 50,000. Okay, 50,000. 50K. Now, consider the case of the preparation of two books. One is maintained by Mr. Akash in his house, and the other one which is maintained by Mrs. Akash in the business house. Now, what is happening in Akash personal area? Personal book, it is cash account credit and his business account debit. Okay. And now in case of Messrs. Akas, cash is coming in cash account debit to Akas's capital account. Capital. Clear? Cash is asset, capital is liability. Have you seen capital? No. What is capital? Capital has got a huge meaning. Basically, I am telling you for today's analysis, capital is the amount invested for carrying on the business. That capital, that investment may be made by the owners himself, or it may be made by the outsiders. But I am not considering the case of outsider right now. I am considering capital in its narrow sense. Capital is the amount invested in the business by the owner. Clear? So capital. Now, it is the business is getting cash of 50,000, and it is treated as the capital of Mr. Akas. This amount will be utilized in the business, and the business is responsible to repay that amount. Okay, so to whom? To Mr. Akas. So it is the liability of the organization. So the foremost liability of an organization is capital. And capital is given by whom? It is given by the owner. So capital is regarded as the owner's liability. It is the liability of the owner. I am coming to that part, okay, in detail. But before that, I am giving you a total picture. Now, capital, what we write? We write capital over here. Clear? So it is the liability of the business house. Now, after running the business, the business house has generated a profit surplus of rupees 20,000. Who will get the surplus? The surplus is nothing, but it is the egg's money begetting money. It is the egg given by the original investor, through the original investor. So it is the product of your fund. What was the fund you invested? You invested the fund of 50,000, and it has generated how much? It has generated 20,000. Now this is known as profit and loss. Okay. Now this amount, Mr. Akas may take it back to his own. If he takes back cash account credit and profit and loss account debit or capital account debit. Clear? But if it is not taken back to house, then this 20,000 remains in the business. It is known as retained profit. Okay, and that amount is retained. It is known as plowing back of profit. Clear? So plowing back of profit. I am just explaining all the terms, and then I will classify them. So that is plowing back of profit. You think about the first. I am running it. Okay, I have told what it is, what value it is. I have invested capital, say 50,000. I have generated a profit of rupees 30,000. So it is our original capital. And what is our practice? What we have done so far while preparing balance sheet, we have seen we have done capital account at the profit generated. Okay. Now up to this profit. So the total capital it is added to the capital. It is how much? It is 80,000. Instead of doing that, the basic prudence is that this 30,000, out of this 30,000, a part may be invested. That is reinvested. Okay, in the business, and it is taken back or withdrawn. It is withdrawn. It is withdrawn from the business. In that case, what we do you know? A part of profit is withdrawn from profit and loss account debit. How much? 30,000. And how much taken back? Say two cash or bank, whatever it may be. Two cash, 10,000 taken back, and baki retained profit. Okay, retained profit. That is the amount of investment that is retained in the business. Amount of profit that is retained in the business. Clear? So the profit of rupees 30,000 they are generated out of the investment of 50,000 is the capital. It is the capital given by whom? By the owner. So it is owner's capital. Yes. And this capital has generated a profit of 30,000. Out of the 10,000 has been taken back when you withdrawn, and the remaining 20,000 has been reinvested. It is known as retained earning. Retained earning, earning retained in the business. Okay, and this is also known as plowing back of profit. जैसे कि you have cultivated, you have produced some potatoes, say 50 quintals, and out of that 40 quintals have been sold out, okay, and 10 quintals is retained in the business. So that is known as retained, that is plowing back. You are utilizing again that potato for further cultivation. Clear? So now capital is your liability, retained earning is your liability. And that liability, that is the liability to the owner. That is why it is known as owner's liability or owner's or equity, or it is known as Mr. Akash is the internal person. Okay, so it is the liability to the internal fellow. Who is the internal fellow? The Mr. Akash is the internal fellow because he is the owner. So it is also regarded as internal liability. Now, what are the internal liability? Internal liability is the capital, retained profit, retained profit or plowing back of profit. These are known as internal capital. Yeah, and this is known as equity. What is the term? What is equity? Equity is the interest in the assets after meeting all its liabilities. I am coming to that part. Next, consider some availability to the outsiders. I have started business with 50,000. Okay, fine. Now this amount is not sufficient for carrying on the business activities smoothly and efficiently. I have taken a loan of 1 lakh from some bank. Clear? Mind it. I have taken a loan of rupees 1 lakh from bank. Giving mortgage, paying mortgage of something, and making something in putting something on mortgage, and the amount will be repaid within 5 years. Number one. Again, now I have taken a loan, but bank has only given 1 lakh, but I need further amount. I have taken a loan from my friend with the condition that I will give him back within 3 months. So what is the journal entry? So now I am taking a loan. Just when you are taking a loan, from the banker, what is the journal entry? You see, I am clarifying all the terms. You are taking a bank loan. So, bank account debit to bank loan. Bank basically do not give you any amount in hand, so it is transferred to your bank account. Say Akash's bank account, okay? Akash's bank account. Say 1 lakh. Now this is the liability, right? For present transaction. Here, the present transaction is how much? 1 lakh you are getting. Bank account debit to Akash's loan account. Now this amount will be paid back within 5 years. So more or less, if it is a long period of time, so this is known as long-term liability. This is known as long-term liability. The long-term liability is the liability that crosses the period of 12 months. Okay, X 12 महीना के अंदर में जो liability repay नहीं करना पड़ेगा, that is basically regarded as long-term liability. But if you go on further study, there will be further classification. But right now it is not the time to burden you with huge thoughts. Okay. So now I am taking again a loan of rupees 20,000 from my friend Mr. Lalu. So bank, he is taking a loan, cash account debit to Lalu. Not Lalu, Lalu. Clear? So I have taken a loan from Mr. Lalu. Clear? लालू है भाई पैसा ले रहे कब दोगे? 1 साल बाद? ना ऐसा मत कर. मेरा ICSE एग्जाम है, ICSE एग्जाम के बाद हम बिजनेस स्टार्ट करेंगे, पैसा 3 महीने के अंदर दे देना बाप. तो you have to pay that amount within how much? Within 3 months. Okay, set 30,000 पकड़ लो. लालू अच्छा लड़का है, बहुत पैसा है, 30,000 दे दिए हैं. That 30,000 will have to be paid when? Within 3 months. So it is known as short-term liability. Okay? So it is the liability. Again, what is liability? Liability is the obligation to be made in the future date. Okay, for any present performance or any present payment based on future performance, past performance. So this is our long-term liability. This is known as short-term liability. Again, there are short-term. So liabilities are of two types. One is long-term liability, and the other one is short-term liability. Long-term liability is a liability that will be paid not within a period of 12 months. It is we get that opportunity. More time is given to repay the amount. Okay. Now consider many other cases. Say purchase of goods. Okay, purchase of goods from different debtors X, Y, A, B, C, D. They are what? They are my syndicate creditors. Okay, syndicate account debit to purchase. Purchase account debit to syndicate creditors. I have done all these things now. There are A account debit to sales. Okay, B account debit to sales. C account debit to sales. So A, B, C. Who are they? They are the person whom I do not like to see. Right? Correct? हाँ, जिसको देखने से हम दूसरा रास्ता से भाग जाते हैं, क्योंकि they are my pain. Okay, not PN, they are PIN. Pain. Why? I have to pay the amount. Whenever you are purchasing goods, you are very happy. Okay, but whenever the question of payment is there, you are in tension. Okay, इस रास्ता पे उसके उन लोगों को देखने से आप दूसरा रास्ता पे भाग जाते हो. So they are your attention. They are because they will claim the service. What is the claim? The claim of making the payment of the goods you have already purchased. They are your syndicate creditors. Clear? Achha. There are also liabilities are of the liabilities are of two types. One is internal liability and the other one is external liability. Internal liability is the liability to the owner, and external liability is the liability to the outsiders. These outsiders' liability may be of two types. One, that may be repaid within a particular financial year, within 1 month, within 12 months, and the payment, the liability, the payment of which will have to be made after crossing 12 months. That is known as long-term liability. But friends, I would like not to say the long-term, it is medium-term liability. Long-term liability is liability that crosses the year of 10 or 12, 15, 20. Okay, then so in such a long discussion, I do not like to enter into right now. It will be taken up after many days. Okay. So these are the status of liability. Clear? And what are the different short-term liability? Short-term liabilities are what? Syndicate creditors, bills payable, okay, outstanding wages. Think it, outstanding wages, I have told you, no, wages is supposed to be paid 20,000 wages is to be paid this year, okay. How much I have paid? The wages I have paid. How much wages I have to pay? I have to pay wages of what is 25,000. But I have paid wages of how much? I have paid in cash 20,000. Now this 5,000 is outstanding, okay, outstanding wages. Clear? These outstanding wages is the amount which is due to the employees, and that is to be paid off within a very short period of time. So that is known as outstanding liability or short-term liability. Clear? So this is, and this short-term liability is known as current liability. Okay. This is equated to current liabilities. Here, so the left hand side of your balance sheet basically shows the internal liability, that is liability to the owner, and the items basically capital are retained earning. Retained earning is known as general reserve. Okay, it is also known as capital reserve. That topic may be discussed in future page. Okay, so capital retained earnings. Long term liability is the bank loan. And short term liability, bills payable, syndicate creditors, outstanding expenses. Okay, and pre-received income. Clear? So all these are your short-term liability, and short-term liability is known as current liabilities. Clear? So this is more or less the classification of liability. This is another type of liability, which is not yet, today it is not a liability, it may be liability in the coming days. Basically, the question is that that topic has not dealt with over here. Bills payable. I have issued, I have accepted a bill of rupees 15,000, and that bill I have given someone. I have given someone for for payment. If that person does not pay the amount in the due date, in that case I have to make the payment. So that is known as contingent liability. This is the issue. Not I would like not to take up in detail so much. Just for your only memorization, you take it. The contingent liability is the liability. It is considered as contingent. Contingent means happening of something. So yesterday I told you contingent asset, and that it is a possible obligation. It is not the present. It is the obligation of today. The obligation, it will be an obligation when and only when some event will occur. It is a possible obligation that may arise out of past event. Okay, the event has been taken. The event has already been taken place, but that time no obligation was there. But in the future, it may be an obligation. Its existence will be confirmed only by occurrence or non-occurrence of future event. Correct? It is a possible obligation maybe out of the past event. That past event may be an obligation, may not be an obligation. Obligation on the occurrence of event. Okay? And such future event is not wholly within the entity's control. Okay? So it occurs, no power, no control over the activity. Clear? So contingent liability is the liability. Contingent liability is the liability that may be a liability on the basis of past event, depending on the occurrence or non-occurrence of an event. Clear? That's contingent liability. So friends, these are the different types of liability I have told you. And tomorrow I will take up the marshalling of balance sheet. How the balance sheets are, the items of the balance sheets are basically written, placed. And that is known as marshalling of balance sheet. While marshalling of balance sheet, I will be doing, I will give you a total picture of the concept of owner's equity. Okay, owner's equity. And there I will again take up, it will be long class, I will take up the assets in detail, I will take up liabilities in detail, and each and every item that I have told over here, external liability, internal liability, owner's equity, and short-term capital, long-term capital, short-term loan liability, long-term liability, all will be discussed in our coming class tomorrow. Okay, so thank you very much, friends. Thank you. Stay tuned with us. Okay, any problem, please communicate. Thank you.